Solid start.
Josh, when describing to my girlfriend who you were, I was telling her about your Orange Theory advertisement thing you've been doing.
Mhm.
Um,
How did that play into who I am, if you don't mind me asking?
I actually gave no other context about you. So right now that's the whole picture.
So that is who I am.
Yeah. So my friend only knows you. She also used to go to Orange Theory, which makes it funnier. But correct me if I'm wrong, I know you've been habitually commenting under their advertising posts to the point where they're deleting posts because of how many likes your comments are getting. What was the initial impetus? What did you point out in their advertisement? Something about feet?
I actually saved those videos. I went back and I found a couple. They took down most of them, and I think they blocked me from the account. So I can't, like, they soft blocked me. So I can't see them of my own volition, but my girlfriend can find them and send them to me. The first thing I pointed out is that they had this guy talking and he had his heels off the ground, like he was about to like run at the camera. Like he was on the balls of his feet. And so I just made note of the fact that he was standing like he was about to rush the camera, and it changed things.
So they blocked you because you commented too much about the feet in the advertisements, or was it more than that?
I was commenting on all of the, because I was interacting with their posts, and then I was seeing all of their posts, which I was then interacting with, asking them about like where they got their wigs and like where they got their shoes. If I can join, can I wear their shoes? Can I wear those exact shoes? Can I touch them? Can I smell them? Can I lick them? That kind of thing. And they did not like that. First thing they did is they re-released the same videos, but cropped in so that you can't see the guy's feet anymore. So I started commenting. I commented saying like, I see what you did. Like, you cropped so they can't see their feet. And that's when I started talking about like wigs and their lips and stuff. And then they deleted those videos entirely and then released new reshoots where the guy is standing normally, the same guy. They had him do like the same thing, but like his outfit's a little different and all that. At which point then I started talking about like, if I join this gym, can I kiss him on the mouth? And then they started to hide my comments. They started to hide them under like not pertinent to the post or maybe damaging to some viewers. And then I just stopped seeing them all together because I think they got sick and tired of me.
As they should. I think that's a good move on their part.
I like the idea that they were like, we're going to solve this problem by cropping it in, because clearly this is someone who's just into shoes or feet.
Is the most embarrassing part of it. Is the most embarrassing part of it that they just that they didn't block you and just humiliating.
I never did anything as intense as that, but Barstool, the fucking douchebag sports podcast, said, or whatever they even are, we're starting a Rogers Park division, which was the neighborhood I grew up in, and they were doing that because Loyola University's right there, and they announced like their new Twitter, and I just tweeted, I'm starting a roving gang of people with baseball bats to keep Barstool out of Rogers Park, and they blocked me. I was saying, good post.
I like how you were like, I don't do anything as intense as that. I just threaten violence.
Okay,
like,
but I'd rather be threatened. I'd rather be threatened with violence once than pestered constantly by Josh and his feet comments. So, violence, I understand. Feet, I don't.
Okay. I think we can all get behind that.
I can't tell you the category. I'm creating a list. I was about to do this game back.
Defeats the whole game.
I'm creating a list, and you all have to guess based on my ranking what the category of the ranking is, like in what I'm ranking us on. All right. Can you read that?
Yes.
Josh, Max, Avery, Jeffrey.
Most likely to harass a brand online.
Wow, actually,
very good.
That does fit, but no, that is not it.
Most likely to survive a bear attack.
That is a good guess. It is. Let me think. It's
also the right order, I think.
It's kind of high concept. No, it's not. But it's not necessarily most likely to do something, but who I think would be best at doing this thing.
Best at not
And it's not a-
shattering when dropped from a high place.
That is actually a really good ranking.
Is it that? Damn it.
I was actually about to say it is not a physical feat, but
Whoops.
I kind of wish that is what it was.
Wow.
I like that the immediate ranking in your head was who would most likely Humpty Dumpty, and you are.
Just
Oh, I
something
would
you're
easily
thinking
most
about.
likely Humpty Dumpty.
Humpty Dumpty.
That's that's like just you could tell by looking at me.
The king's horses are fucked, dude.
So it's like a skill, like best at doing something.
It is a skill, but it is kind of a convoluted skill.
Okay.
It's something social. It's like a role one could have in society or a society.
Most likely to become a terrorist.
You know, that's
Wow.
not,
Is that not a role?
actually, wait. I don't think the lines. I think the line's finer than you might think between what I'm saying and what you're saying. And
Oh
it's
my
not
God.
most likely, it's who'd be best at.
Who'd be best at being a terrorist?
Not a terrorist. It's not terrorist.
A hate activist?
We're actually
What the fuck?
wait, no,
Stop guessing these things.
no, wait, we're getting closer. We're getting closer.
What is
Hate
this about?
activist
Is
was
this about hate
closer.
crimes?
But it's more benign than that, but it is closer.
Oh,
Oh,
I
like
most
a
things are more
boring-
benign than hate crimes.
Yeah, a
most
boring
things.
hate crime, like a white collar hate crime.
Can we stop using the words hate crime with a list where I'm number one?
It's
Oh.
not personal. It's just
All right, it's who would be the best or most successful cult leader?
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Yeah.
It's not that far from terrorist and hate activist, I feel like.
Yeah, but you
Too
didn't
far.
have to like lead with it like that.
Yeah, you're the one who guessed hate activist. I didn't lead with it.
also hate activist is not
Also, hate
a term.
You're
That's not real.
You're calling them activists.
of hate. I'm still anti.
They call themselves activists.
All right.
Best cult leader. So Jeffrey is the worst cult leader.
I think Josh has the best combination of Avery and my traits, which is my complete willingness at all times to just try to charm people no matter who they are, or if I even want to, which I have an extreme of. And Avery has the extreme of very skilled, precise organization and could actually accomplish it, which I definitely do not have. And I think Josh is slightly less precise and organized than Avery, and definitely less manically gregarious than I am, but the perfect middle of like the weird. Well, you have a weird like. Mine's almost a more authentic charm than yours is. Yours is a little like Patrick Bateman.
Mine's
Which
not
is
fake like
a little
you.
more healthier. And Jeffrey, I just don't think would really want the responsibility.
I feel like if Jeffrey became a cult leader, it would be accidental and just devastating. Like,
Actually,
it would be a death cult and he would not be aware of it. I feel like Jeffrey would be like, these are my friends. And that just wouldn't be true.
We're just hanging out. We're just doing a cool thing.
okay,
Just guys
wait.
being guys.
If we're talking about who accidentally starts a cult because they're really excited they have a lot of friends. Me.
You're right.
No, that's you. Yeah.
It is you.
I'm just like, these people
Oh.
really all want to live in this house with me right now.
We got a whole crew. Let's move. Let's fucking move in
Actually,
together. That's gonna rock.
The best combo would be Josh doing it on purpose, Avery planning everything, and me not in on it with you guys. Like me and Jeffrey, we're not in on it. We don't know it's like a cult. We're just along for the ride, and you guys convinced us, but we're thereby convincing other people.
I like how this is portraying Josh and I as malicious, and you guys just as like fun guys who happen to get mixed up in this.
If there
We
was
are.
a malicious versus
Mhm.
bewildered scale, there's a clear Avery Josh on the malicious and Max and Jeffrey on the bewildered side of the scale. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, it
Oh.
is. It is.
I've been called a terrorist. I've been called a hate activist. I've been told I have Patrick Bateman-esque charm. I don't feel like number one on a list right now.
Well, you're number one on some list, all right? All right, on that note, everybody, let's get started.
FBI's most
Hello.
wanted.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 4 of Gaslight Gameshow, the only character-driven game show with real-world consequences. Every week, a movie is selected and we all watch it. And every week, each of our 3 contestants write their own review for that movie. But, and here's the twist, not as themselves. They must concoct brand new characters and write in their voices. Before each episode, these 3 swap their creations amongst themselves. They read each other's work here, live, for the first time, responding to questions as the characters they wrote for one another. The catch, I have to guess who originally wrote what. Every episode has a winner and a loser. Winners get rewarded and losers get punished. No one's safe, not even me. As always, our contestants are Josh Horst,
Hey.
Avery Baker,
Hey.
and I'm your host, Max McCune. This week, we have a featured guest, Jeffrey Nolan. Jeffrey, woo! Tell everyone a bit about yourself, Jeffrey.
One day, I'm gonna be on top.
Jeffrey,
I'm
that's
gonna
enough.
be on top.
Today, for episode 4, Jeffrey suggested that we all watch Fast and Furious 4, a movie about cars. But before we talk about the cars in this movie, we have some business to attend to. Josh, do you happen to know what time it is?
Punishment time.
That is right. It is punishment time. Last week, Jeffrey won, but with winners come losers, and Josh lost. And what do losers get, Josh?
Punished.
You're damn right they do. Now, we
Yeah, they
all
do.
know Josh pretty well, and his prospective punishments reflect that familiarity because they're all designed to make him incredibly angry. This specific punishment was penned by his dear friend Avery, and she really pulled out all the stops. For today, Josh was tasked with recording his very own rendition of Tomorrow from Annie the Musical. And if he doesn't capture the magic of the performance of, is it Aileen or Eileen, Avery?
I think it's Eileen, but I don't
Eileen.
know.
Well, you know, we don't even need to get her name right because Josh is going to give her so much respect with this rendition.
I'm excited for a respectful rendition of
If
Tomorrow.
he doesn't capture the magic of the performance of Eileen Quinn circa 1982, he has to do it again. Outstanding. Josh, are you ready to dazzle us?
Yeah.
All right. Roll when you're ready.
All right. I'm going to share my screen. As I do this, I want to make it clear that it is Eileen. I did research into her to prepare for this role.
Man, I'm excited for a thought-provoking performance.
Exactly. I'm sure that's going to be on display here.
Yeah.
Thank you for your faith in me. Volume up, everybody.
Volume up.
On our computer.
On your
Not
computer so you can
confident
hear.
in this first image.
Oh my God.
Do you want to see this or not? Come on. Are you ready?
No, I do.
I don't know.
Hey, hey, I'm Josh. I'm 12 years old, and I will be auditioning. What?
Who are you talking to?
No one. For the part of Annie in the musical Broadway show Annie, I will be singing Tomorrow from Annie. The sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be sun. Just thinking about tomorrow clears away the cobwebs and the sorrow until there's none. Until the day. What?
Have you seen my strapless dress?
No, it's in the wash, I think. And say gotta hang on till tomorrow. Come what may. What may? Are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. Only a day away. Tomorrow, tomorrow, I love you. Tomorrow, you'll run me a day. What? I'm coming in. No, you're gonna ruin it. You're gonna ruin it. No!
Oh, thank you for that, Josh. Oh my God. All right. Woo, that was a journey. Does anyone have any preliminary thoughts on the video?
Preliminary?
And post-preliminary. This is
Oh,
all the
post-preliminary thoughts.
all preliminary thoughts on this video. We're not doing a second part.
A lot of wardrobe malfunctions, I will say, for one video, just in general, but
Also for the,
but I don't know. I'll be honest, it has probably been about 15 years since I've seen that version of Annie. So maybe that Josh did research. Maybe that is a
I
part of the magic.
Promise?
I don't think.
Promise there's not that many wardrobe malfunctions.
Yeah, I don't think a child had wardrobe malfunctions. I don't think that's really made
You
it to
gotta
the cut.
calm down. It's okay.
Can we I know he was singing, but the arms look horrific in that dress. It's awful to look at.
That's so mean.
No, his arms look good. His arms are big. That's the point. He
How did that
wants
have
you just
anything to
think
do with
people-
singing? I know he's singing, but he looked ugly.
No. The arms looked bad in the dress, like big arms in a dress, not really
It was
Max's vibe.
weird. That was weird.
Yikes.
And yeah, I'm sure there's a dress they would have looked good in, but it wasn't that one.
I
Um,
do have
That's
one
tough.
question. On your head, was that a bandana or like a scarf? What was going on there?
It was a series of scarves,
Mm, mm.
all red.
Because Annie has red hair.
Right, I got that one. That was creative.
Do you ever wonder if it like you deserve a partner who was okay with you making that video with her involvement?
There are many things I'm sure I deserve.
That was a good answer.
Wow.
Okay. Well,
It's a little weird.
here's my vote. My vote is, do I think he captured the magic of the original? No. Do I want to watch it again? Also, no. So I think we'll give him a pass on this week's punishment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was
No, I
something.
think
There was
ahead.
something ineffable about that performance, though. I will say.
Effable. I wouldn't F him either, Jeffrey.
a
Oh,
a
Let's
certain
move
kind of
on.
awe.
was
Before
quippy.
we hear what these psychopaths wrote, let's recap the movie of the week. On IMDb, the synopsis for Fast and Furious 4, or as I like to call it, is Brian O'Connor.
You call it what?
One more time.
Brian O'Connor, back working for the FBI in Los Angeles, teams up with Dominic Toretto to bring down a heroin importer by infiltrating his operation. Do we all agree with the synopsis of the film? Is this accurate?
I mean, yes.
Sure.
Why not? Now, before we jump into the reviews, let's hear our ratings of the movie 1 to 10 and a brief, if you can manage, explanation why. Who wants to get us going with their rating of Fast and Furious 4?
I'll start. I'm gonna give it a 2. I'm gonna give it a 2. I'll just read what I sent to Jeffrey and Avery over text. That movie was just awful. It wasn't funny bad like Greatest Showman. It was just nothing. I am ultimately worse for having watched it.
That's good.
Um,
Avery?
I'll go next. I'll give it I'll give it a 3.5. Maybe. It was also genuinely one of the worst movies I've ever seen, and it made me angry at Jeffrey while I was watching it. But I have also never seen a Fast and Furious movie, so this was kind of my first time with it. So I'll give it a 3.5 for the fact that now I feel like I've been a part of that franchise now. So
Nice.
Yeah.
Another half star for the inclusion in the world.
exactly.
Thank God you can finally say you've watched at least one.
I know.
It was
really
embarrassing.
opens a
We
lot
did
of doors
all-
for me.
Yeah.
Everyone hated you before.
I'm gonna give it a 2 with Josh.
Woo.
I think that this movie falls in the perfect valley of late enough into the series that there is no more attempt at like real emotions or a real story anymore, but not far enough into the series to have the fun cartoon car physics, like driving down the Hoover Dam or like jumping a helicopter or whatever the fuck. And so it was just nothing. It was just a movie.
Yeah, not like Fast and Furious 1 and 2, which were real tear jerkers.
Now that shit, oh my God. Oh my God. Because they're like real drag racers, Josh. They're like real drag racers, and it's about their real trials and tribulations.
Have y'all ever seen any of the other like genuinely curious, have you seen any of
No.
the other ones? Okay,
Tokyo
because
Drift.
one of them has to, like, at least one of the early ones has to have a like intelligible plot, because there's no way you get to 4, and now what are we on, 10?
It's about
I
their
think.
they're fun now. They're fun now.
Well, they've made 11 because
novelism.
you're forgetting Fast and Furious Hobbs and Shaw.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. All right. This has been
Okay.
actually a pretty astute conversation about Fast and Furious 4, and I'd just like to warn everyone that that's the last bit of real insight they're going to get for the rest of the night. So let's move on to the real reviews. Let's go over the specifics. These 3 freaks watched Fast and Furious 4 and randomly generated a name, age, and location for their character. Everything else you hear is all them. They used those prompts to create a character and then wrote a movie review in the voice of that character. You'll hear each of them read 4 main sections. In character. 1, character bios. 2, get to know you questions. 3, improvised responses. And 4, the movie review. All but the improvised responses, as you might have guessed, have been written for them beforehand, and this is also the first time the contestants have seen each other's work. They're reading the reviews and embodying these characters here live for the first time. Essentially, it's a cold read. They very well may have no idea what they're about to say. And I have no idea which of them made what character and corresponding review. They've shuffled their creations around internally to confuse me. The writer is not necessarily the reader, and I have to guess who wrote what, which is always the most stressful part of the show for me. They're trying to trick me because if I get them all wrong, I lose, which I have not done yet. But if I get even one right, then whichever one of them I score the lowest is the loser. Hey, Josh, who was the loser last week? No matter what, somebody's getting shafted. There will always be a loser, and losers
Get
Losers get
punished.
punished.
We'll get it
Losers
eventually.
get punished.
We
Now,
won't.
we're going to start by getting to know each character with a structured interview, do some off-the-cuff Q&A as a group, and to finish off, we'll hear the reader's movie review. Our first reader is Jeffrey. Jeffrey, would you please introduce your character and give us the title of your review?
My name is Denver Blevins. I am 35 years old, and I live in Albuquerque, New Mexico. The title of my review is I liked it a lot, even though it was a little scary.
Thank you, Denver. I like the title. Denver, would you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Oh, okay. My name is Denver Blevins, and I am a grown-up. Even though I'm short. Look at my mustache. See? No, wait. Sometimes it falls off. That's normal. Because I have cancer. Because I'm stressed. because of my job. You wouldn't understand it, okay? My boss is always going into my ass, and he probably can't say please to his wife anyway. And so maybe that's why I talk to Linda a lot, but we're just talking. And the one time we got drinks doesn't count. Her dog died. I love my family, even though I yell at my son and always have dinner somewhere else. But that's because mom's dinner isn't any good, but that's a boy secret. I love them in secret, and one day I will hug them and say I was kidding. I am also cool though. I have a motorcycle and it is loud.
Ooh.
Thank you so much for all that
This is hard.
information, man. Denver, when is your birthday?
My birthday is February 16, which makes me 11 and I mean 35. And that means I am old enough to see any movie that I want to see, even PG-13 movies, because I am older than 13. For my last birthday party, I went to a dance party with a bunch of women, even though my wife did not like it because I needed to live a little, damn it. And she said, "Do they make you happy?" And I said, "More than you." And she cried, and then I got really thirsty again and yelled at my son.
Thank you, Denver. That's great. Denver, who's your hero?
My hero is the president. I think he's really good at running the government. But if I could have him do one thing though, I would make him declare movie ratings illegal. But I do not like the other people in the government because they are jackasses who thumb their assholes. I hope they get cancer. Watching the news makes me really thirsty, and then I get angry and yell at my son for reading too much because he doesn't have friends. But if he had friends, then he wouldn't need to get yelled at. No, my mustache! It's bad cancer.
Denver, thank you. Okay. Sounds like your dad gets thirsty a lot there, Denver. Does anyone else have any questions they'd like to ask our friend before we move on?
I do. Denver, what other movies that are PG-13 or R have you seen? Can you name them?
I can name some of them, or actually a lot of them, because I've seen a lot of them, because I have been older than 13 for a while.
Just one is fine.
I have seen it. I didn't see a. It was called Trixie Mattel's Big Comeback.
That's awesome, Denver. Thanks.
Any last questions for Denver?
Yeah, Denver, what is your favorite food that mom makes?
My favorite food that mom, I don't eat a lot of the food that that Sharon makes because I am often not home for dinner. But sometimes Sharon makes egg in a hole, which is there's a hole cut in the middle of a toast and they put an egg in it. But then they keep the toast circle on the side. And so I like to save that part for the very end.
Oh, thank you, Denver. I like egg in a hole too. All right, everyone. Denver, would you tell us what you thought of the movie?
I liked it a lot.
Denver,
I'm so proud of him.
is that the whole review?
Oh.
Good job, buddy. All right. All right. What did everyone think of our first character, Denver? Ooh, Oh, fuck.
I
think
found
he's
him
lying.
just refreshing.
Oh, same. Big fan. Big fan.
Ooh,
I'm a little worn out. I'm a little worn out.
should we end the show?
Yeah, that.
Call it. Call it
All
here.
right.
I-
Any last thoughts, Avery, before we move on?
No, I think Denver's doing his very best, and
Great.
I'm
I
sorry
wish-
he's taking on adult responsibilities. That
Yeah.
that shouldn't be what he has to do.
Not
Yeah.
fair. I hope
Yeah.
Sharon's good.
Who's Sharon?
All right. I actually don't know what my guess. I don't know what I'm guessing for this one is. I'm gonna guess just Jeffrey himself. I'm gonna wait to see the other ones. But right now, guessing Jeffrey.
That
Well,
feels lazy.
it is lazy. It was. That's why I'm not. It's just I'm thinking. All right, and if whatever. Hey, I'm the host. All right. Our next reader.
Very defensive.
Our next reader is Avery. Avery, please introduce your character and give us the title of your review.
Okay. Sorry.
My name is Robbie.
Ooh, okay.
My name is Robbie Hastings. I'm 6 years old. I live in Rockford, Illinois. And the title of my review is My Dad Was Watching the Cars and I Watched Too.
Robbie, would you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Mm-hmm.
Hi. My name is I'm Robbie Hastings and I'm 6 and I like my trucks and I like dinosaurs and I like pebbles. He's my dog and I love my mommy and dad. My dad's name is Kevin and my mom's name is Mom, I think. One time I got to see a dinosaur, but my mom said that he wasn't real. Did you know that my dad is he works with my friend Anna's mom, and they work in a building, and her name is Sharon.
Whoa.
Oh my gosh.
All
It's
right,
a shared
Robbie.
universe.
Robbie, what is on your bucket list? Do you know what a bucket list is, Robbie?
Well, I had a bucket at the beach. Yeah, and it was full of sand, and then also sometimes water. But that's because I put the sand in and the water in the bucket. But if you put too much water, the sand dies. My grandma also died, but not because of the water. It was because what my dad said. It was because she smoked too many cigarettes, and my mom cried. Sometimes Anna and her mom Sharon come over. Do you think they can come over soon?
I'm sure they can. I'm sure they can, Robbie. Robbie, I'm sorry about your grandma, but
Hey.
if you could choose any superpower to have, what would it be?
I'm Spider-Man. Hey,
Yeah.
hey, actually, maybe you could be Captain America, maybe. Except you're not very strong. I don't think my dad is really, really strong, but I don't think you are. I think you could be strong if you worked out more like my dad, because Anna's mommy also comes over and works out, and her name is Sharon.
Robbie, is Anna's mom Sharon working out at your house with your dad?
Sometimes she does, but that's because she works with my daddy, and that's okay, is what he tells me.
Okay.
Yeah.
First of all,
But Anna comes over too, and Anna and I go to the backyard.
oh well, that's fun. I'm sure they love that you're in the backyard.
It's
And
super
secondly, I'm stronger than your dad. I guarantee it.
You
Okay.
don't look stronger than him.
Okay. Moving on. Robbie. Robbie, does anyone have any questions they'd like to ask Robbie before we hear what he thought of the movie?
Robbie, what's your favorite subject in school?
So I'm only 5, and so I really like to count. I'm really good at counting. I can count to 5, and then sometimes I can count to 10, and sometimes I can count to 12. But my dad can count all the way, and I think Sharon and my dad count together.
They count together.
Are you the only one who's around when Sharon comes over with Anna?
Anna's there too. But my mom goes and visits her family sometimes, and Sharon will come over. And I think that's okay because mom gets sad. But that's okay.
Oh,
That is okay, Robbie. That is okay. Thank you.
It's okay.
All right, Robbie, we're just dying to hear. What did you think of the movie?
Last night I was not sleeping so good because my mommy went to visit my Aunt Gloria. So I went downstairs and Daddy was watching a big kid movie on the couch, and I hid beside the couch and I stayed really quiet because sometimes I like to trick him, and guess what? Daddy didn't even see me. The movie was pretty cool because there were so many cars that went like really fast, but it was also scary sometimes. And I had to cover my ears because sometimes it got real loud. But there was this part where the main character's lady got bloated up, and my daddy rewinded it. my daddy, he rewinded it like 3 whole times, and then he paused it and said, "Yeah, that could work." But my daddy's pretty funny. My daddy's pretty funny. I'm sorry. My favorite part was the cars, but then Pebbles, my dog, found me, and my dad was surprised because I had tricked him. He wasn't mad though. He wasn't mad because when he put me back in bed, he asked me if I ever wanted my friend Anna's mommy to be my mommy, and her name is Sharon. But that was pretty funny of Daddy, don't you think so?
That was funny, Robbie. I'm sure he was joking around.
He's so funny, and he's stronger than you.
I'm sure he is.
I mean, it sounds like he works out a lot. So
Yeah.
He's pretty strong.
Yeah. All right, Robbie. I'm glad you liked the movie. Is there anything else, or is that all you wanted to say?
Just that my dog Pebbles is my best friend.
I'm sure you'll need him pretty soon.
Yeah.
All right. Now, thank you, Robbie. What did everyone think of our second character?
I think for our past couple reviews, the just general worldview has been a nice change of pace.
I
think we've
agree.
had some people with a pretty dark outlook on things. And so it's nice to know that there's still kind of people who, see the good.
Even if they're 5?
I mean, you know how you learn about history and you hear about like overcorrections. It went so far one way, so then it went such a wild swing the other way. That's kind of what it feels like is happening. Where the last episode made people worried for a variety of mental health concerns, and this episode, everyone went, "We're gonna be kids." Also, not happy kids. Still not happy kids. So maybe actually darker than last episode. Who knows? But
kids don't get sad.
Kids don't get sad. Jeffrey Nolan, his famous tagline.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Now, on to our last character, whose age I'm very curious to discover. Josh, would you tell us about? Oh, wait, I'm supposed to make a guess. I'm staying lazy. I'm just attributing everyone their own right now. Avery. First one was
Classic.
Jeffrey. Second one was Avery. And we'll see if this last one switches up for me. All right, Josh, would you introduce your character in the title of your review?
My name is Kyle Curry. I am 17 years old, and I live in Providence, Rhode Island. The title of my review is "It Wasn't Worth It."
All right, Kyle, I'm curious. Kyle, would you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Something bad happened. I work at a movie theater, and we're doing all the Fast and Furious movies in order. And I was making popcorn when I saw some kid put a box of Whoppers in his pocket without paying. I went up to him and I said, "Stop in the name of the law." And he and his friends laughed. And so I tried to put my hand in his pocket to get the Whoppers, and he pushed me. So I pushed him back, and he tripped and fell and got up, and he said, "What's your name?" And I don't know why I said it on my name, but I did. And then he said, "My name's Omar, and I'm going to find where you live and kill you." I hid in the projection booth the rest of the day, and then I ran home. I'm so scared.
All right, Kyle, what do you hope your coworkers would say about you at your retirement party?
I don't want to retire from the movie theater. I want to keep working there and not die. I called corporate for help, but they said I shouldn't have tried to stop the crime. That's why they have insurance. They hung up on me, and then my manager, Andy, he said he's heard of Omar. He's only 12, but he's stabbed multiple people. He doesn't think he's joking, and he's really gonna kill me. And I called the police. They laughed and said I shouldn't have intervened, but I was just trying to be a good citizen, and now I'm gonna die.
Kyle, I'm sorry to hear that. 12's pretty young to have stabbed a few people. All right, let's make it light. Let's make it light, Kyle. Kyle, what's the first thing you do upon arriving home after school?
I hide in my room, and I pray that Omar doesn't come in and stab me to death. My parents have stopped bringing my food up to my room because they're annoyed with me. And my dad says I need to learn to not be such a screw up. And so I haven't eaten in days. And I was just trying to be the hero of the movie theater. But everyone's telling me I fucked up and calling me a pussy. And maybe I should just die. Maybe they don't love that if Omar killed me like he said he would.
Ooh. I think we forgot when I said keep it light, Kyle. Anyone have any questions they'd like to ask Kyle?
Kyle, what's your favorite part of working at the movie theater?
I only typically make the popcorn, and sometimes I usher. And my favorite part is loss prevention typically, but this last time it didn't go so well.
All right, Kyle. Oh,
Kyle,
sorry.
It's okay. Kyle, if you died because Omar killed you, do you think anyone would care?
Oh my God, Avery.
Jesus.
I feel like it's on the table.
No.
I don't think so
Alright,
either.
we're gonna move on to Kyle's movie review. Kyle, tell us what you thought about Fast and Furious 4.
I am a loser. I'm a fucking loser. I don't want to die. I'm sorry, Mom and Dad. I'm sorry, Omar. Life isn't like a Fast and Furious 4. I'm not a hero. I'm a fucking loser. I'm a fucking stupid loser. I'm a fucking loser. I'm a fucking loser.
Yeah, all right. Kyle, Kyle.
Sorry. I'm so
Oh, he's
sorry.
gone.
He's
Kyle,
out.
Omar got him.
I'm so
Got him.
sorry. What happened? I tugged on my mic. Oh God. Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
But we
Yeah.
can't.
Josh is tugging on mics over there. All right. Thank you, Kyle, for that movie review. What do we all think about our third character, Kyle Curry?
You know, I empathize for the situation, but no, I don't think I would have liked him either.
I think it's really telling that our clearly our youngest characters seem to be full of hope, but at 17 he seems to have lost it. I don't know if that's like sort of a buildings romance sort of moment, but it's certainly interesting.
We just did you just use that German word for coming of age?
I don't know if it's
Sorry.
German, but it is
What's
a
the word you
category
said?
of buildings Roman. It's like a story about coming of age. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, my
I thought it
AP
was a
my
genre.
AP literature test in high school was you had to write about a whatever that word is book, and I got a 5. So
So you should know.
do well in AP literature in high school, guys, because then you get to be an unpaid host on a podcast.
Getting a 5 is really impressive.
That's actually why we chose you, is because we knew what
They
your
all
AP
get
score
paid.
was.
They all get paid a lot, and they make me do it for free with
Yeah.
blackmail about.
I think it says more that you do it.
All right, moving on. I'm supposed to guess who this was written by, and I messed up. I messed up by just doing lazy placeholder guesses because now it's hard to retroactively think about all of them.
It's on you, babe.
Omar, the 12-year-old who stabbed a few people. I'm gonna lock in my lazy answers for now. Not lock in. Lock in is not what I should say. I'm tentatively just making everyone having written their own, and then I'm gonna do a little thinking, and then we're gonna reevaluate. Okay. Now there is generally a part of this show where after the reviews we play a game called Fuck, Marry, Kill with the characters. As the host of this show, I'm making the executive decision that when the characters are 6, 12, and 17, we do not play that part of the game. So I'm just going to go ahead and say that if I had to be friends with any of them, it would be... Honestly, I think Denver, the 12-year-old who snuck into the movie. That's my bud. He seems cool. I'd hang out with him.
I also agree. I would be friends with Denver. I'd be friends with Denver mostly because he's old enough to be friends with, but you know.
I was
not
literally, I was
impressive
gonna
either.
say, like, maybe, yeah, no, Denver. Never mind. Lost my thought. Whoopsie.
I would also hang out with Anna's mom, Sharon.
Sharon sounds like
Sharon
a
came
good
up
conversationalist.
twice.
Yeah, Sharon, the troubled mother.
Was Sharon written twice, or was
I think that was an act of God.
oh
So, yeah. All right. So, now before we officially learn who wrote what, I have to blindly rate the writing and reading we've enjoyed. So, The categories are, as always, for 3 points, my favorite review. Which review was holistically the best written? For 2 points, the funniest written review. Which review made me laugh the most? And for 1 point, the best improvised response. Which contestant had the best improvisation in character? All right, I'm going to start with the big dog. Favorite review, which one holistically the best written? And I'm going to say Robbie. I think little 6-year-old Robbie. I was impressed with the writing that one. Robbie, whoever wrote Robbie, 3 points. Now, funniest review I am giving to Denver. Denver, the 11-year-old or 12-year-old who snuck into the movie, died laughing. Denver gets 2. And 1 point, best improvised response goes to Jeffrey for when asked about his mom's cooking, talking about how often he went back to eat the food Sharon made. All right. So that is 3 to whoever wrote Robbie, 2 to whoever wrote Denver, and 1 to Jeffrey. And now I have to guess who wrote each review. Contestants, ready your whiteboards to record your scores. If I fail to guess the correct writer, the contestant author gets 1 point, but if I do find them, they lose 1 point. And if I fail to guess any of the 3, I lose. Let's start with review number 1, Denver, read by Jeffrey, which I'm going to say, let me do a little thinking. I'm going to say that was written by oh God, I really don't want to lose. I'm gonna say that was written by Jeffrey. I'm gonna say Jeffrey wrote that one. I'm gonna lock that in. Jeffrey wrote that one. Record your scores. Record your scores. I'm now going to say Robbie was written by Josh, and then I'm going to say Kyle was written by Avery. Lock it in. I don't think it's right, but lock it in. Lock it in. I'm going Jeffrey, Josh, Avery. Jeffrey, Josh, Avery. All right. Let's figure out who really wrote review number 1. Who wrote Denver? Oh, fuck yes. Fuck yes. All right. Another week of Max not losing. All right.
Yeah.
Who wrote review number 2? Robbie. Avery. Okay. Avery. And who wrote review number 3? Our boy Kyle. Josh. Okay.
Oh, wait.
I think I might have a guess. What happened this week? All right. Now everyone please hold your whiteboards up with your score.
Oh.
That means Avery wins.
Second place no more.
Josh loses. Everyone but the loser. Oh God. All right. So for each member of the game show, we've compiled tailor-made punishments. We're going to review our list and find something awful for Josh to do. You guys are no stranger to this. Since Josh lost, he's going to put himself on mute so we can take a minute to discuss what will be done with him. Whew. All right. Josh really wearing out that mute button recently.
He's going to kill us in our sleep.
All right.
Okay.
Right. Let's see.
Ooh.
We're kind of whittling down this list here.
Yeah, we got to start getting some new ones for him.
To be clear, we've used 1.
I know.
We've used 2.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Yeah.
All right. I personally am a big fan of the one that says film and edit a day in the life video in the style of an LA TikTok. influencer, the video should include at least one trip to Erewhon. If we feel like he's not taking it seriously enough and or parodying the genre, which he is wont to do, no parody here, he has to
No
do
parody.
it again with an additional specificity of our choosing.
Oh, no talking. Shh, shh,
Oh,
shh.
this has to be, I'm not kidding, authentic. If I think Josh hates influencers at all in this video, I'm making him do it again and live streaming it and also asking people to be in the video. We're making it bad, all right? So I want this real, Josh. Woo! Take yourself
Let us
off.
know if you need inspiration. We'll send you some videos.
We'll send you our favorites.
some vids, as the girls say.
All right, how do you feel about your punishment, bud?
Fuck you.
Uh,
You don't get to solely decide if I redo it. It has to be a unanimous decision. Maybe I get to one of you. Maybe I get to one of you. Maybe I know I could. Avery has a price. I know Avery would accept.
I do. Yeah,
Avery would
like if you
accept
pay
money.
me, like actual money, 100%, I'm fucking you all
First of all,
over. That's so true, though.
most bribable in the room goes to your host, Max McCune. Okay. Okay. I had to ask for help getting on the train today. And secondly, I'm the host. I can just say, oh, we all didn't think Josh was authentic enough on that, and then move on to the next part of the episode, and no one's gonna tell me.
Not to, it's not that important, but we could get rid of you at any time. I just want to be
Also,
clear
as
about that.
everyone watching the show can tell, I fucking garner a lot of respect as the host of the show. And everyone's always looking to me for what to do next, okay?
Avery
All
can just
right.
mute you at any time. She has mute
Okay,
power.
first of all, I don't even host the Zoom. I'm not even hosting the Zoom. And second of all, literally all host means is I'm the only one who doesn't write anything for the show.
It's the facade of power that we let you have.
All
Heavy
right, so
responsibility.
that leaves us with one final matter, and it's learning what movie we'll be watching next week. The winner, Avery, has the honor of choosing the next week's movie. Avery, would you please enlighten us with your selection?
Absolutely. Halloween's coming up. October's approaching. So I think, and I'm gonna be nice to Jeffrey here, we should do Donnie Darko.
Oh, I love Donnie Darko. Fuck yes. Fuck yes.
I thought you were gonna say Nightmare Before Christmas because Jeffrey looks like Jack Skellington.
Whoa. Wait, that's a
That's so funny.
No, Jeffrey, I have wanted to fuck Jack Skellington my whole life. That is a compliment. That's a good one.
Wait, do I
Right.
look like Jack Skellington?
What?
It doesn't matter.
How would that go down? How do you envision that fantasy playing itself out?
He is, yeah, no skin.
Okay, I'm gonna be 100% honest. First of all, you don't need skin. Okay, that was fine. Okay.
What? Trips to the morgue? Have you been making night trips to the morgue, Max?
That's not okay. That's not okay.
That was
Didn't
bad.
you work
Don't
with
need
cadavers in
Right.
college?
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't want to fuck Jack Skellington. I wanted to be Jack Skellington, and who I really had a crush on was his girlfriend with all the dismembered lips.
That
I
sounds
thought-
fake.
I
That
thought he
sounds fake.
was-
It sounds like you remembered he had a girlfriend and now you're trying to
No,
see
you can
it.
ask.
No,
No, you can ask my friend.
no, like the girl.
I wanted to fuck Sally.
Oh, no,
Strong
she's-
is the line for you between wanting to be them and wanting to fuck them. Is that like a
Dude,
hard
wait,
line?
Wait, can we actually pause the show for a second and talk about that being my lifelong struggle with not only my self-image, but also how I perceive attraction? Because I have no idea which one's which. I have no idea.
I
How
don't
much?
think
All
I don't
right.
think we paused. We didn't. I don't think we paused.
That
No.
Well,
Also, none of us are surprised. We didn't pause.
Oh,
we're
could
not
just be
right.
surprised.
narcissism.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, okay. That was quite the reaction we had to Donnie Darko. I almost forgot that's what we were watching because we talked about Nightmare Before Christmas so much. But Donnie Darko, everyone's favorite Taylor Swift ex, Justin,
Ooh.
That's it.
Jake Gyllenhaal. Nice. There we go. Raise your hand if you've seen Donnie Darko.
This is gonna be fun.
I don't
Right,
watch a lot of
only-
movies.
Only Jeff. Well, this is a good podcast for you to be on. All right. Well, everybody, thank you for listening to this rambling all over the place show, hosted by yours truly, Max McHugh. You're welcome for keeping it on the tracks. Now, listen, everyone, we want to get freaky with you all the time, not just tonight. Watch Gaslight Game Show on YouTube, listen to us on Spotify, and support us on our other platforms. We'll be coming out with a new episode every week, and we'd love to hear from all of you, good or bad. Comment, reach out, be loud and annoying. We love that. It's why we keep Avery around. If we get an undetermined amount of interaction, we'll do highly questionable stuff. So promote our garbage and give us things.
Please.
Tune in for more torture soon. Bye for now.
See ya.
What I think is so fun about Max is how he's playfully misogynistic. You know what I mean? I think that's gonna be really
listen
fun.
to me. Listen
It's
to
like
me.
funny when Max does it.
It's like really, I like it, and it makes me feel safe in this
I
environment.
usually
Loud, annoying.
Oh,
I
that's
would
my
be-
fucking attorney. You.
I call us loud and annoying all the time. I just happen to pick you this time. That's me being progressive.
Right.
Oh,
Right. Okay. Well,
It would
what's
actually be-
super
it would actually-
fun-
to not call the woman loud and annoying
I
specifically
agree.
because she was a woman.
I'm kind of shocked Shrill wasn't in there.
Fine,
You know what I mean?
Fine. Misogynistic to call a woman who's not loud and annoying. Progressive to not shy back from calling a woman who's loud and annoying.
Wow. Thank you, Max.
You just
Actually,
told Avery
you're
in that
actually-
description.
We could
You
all
just
learn
said,
from Max today.
You're
you
actually
just
not that
said, Avery, I'm progressive because I called you in as authentic a way as possible. But I
Mhm.
actually think you are, which is loud and annoying. Would you rather be sexist or a bad friend, Max?
Yeah.
A little bit of both, baby. All right.
That wasn't
What?
an answer.
Would rather
First of all,
You don't want to be both. You don't want to be both.
I don't
Hey,
want to be.
listeners of the Gaslight Game Show, me too. That's all I'm gonna say.
First of all, Did you just say
Staying
me
in.
too? Did you just say me too?
I can say that.
First of
I'm a
all,
woman.
I don't think Avery's that loud. And second of all,
Fuck you.
I lived in a room with Avery for a year and stole her as much cereal and bread as she wanted in exchange for me getting to live on her couch. So I have a
Hey,
respectful
and Max,
symbiotic
who
relationship.
else lived in that room? A dog?
Yeah, a dog.
Yeah, a dog
broke
lived
your-
in that
broke
room.
Your Starbucks mug and ripped apart your piano book that you had. And I think I replaced one of those. Actually, I think I replaced the Starbucks mug and never brought it back to college. I think I
That
just
is true. You told me, you actually showed me a picture of it. My senior year, you had graduated and said, hey, you came back to visit and we're like, hey, do you want to see a picture of the mug I bought you to replace the mug my dog broke? That was, yeah, I saw a
I
lot.
used my last $20 on that mug and never brought it to you.
Well, now you have a mug.
I've had more last $20 than most people will ever have. What most people, once they hit a certain amount of money, never again have a last $20.
And
Which
maybe
is smart.
one day you'll get there too.
No, but I will say it makes every $20 way less special. Every $20 is actually no. My life would be a lot better if $20 was.
No,
special.
you're right. If it's less special, then keep making it special.
That's what Jeffrey says when they're fucking.
Who is they?
I don't know.
That was
I'm
good.
rambling. Dude, I died laughing today. I was like, I don't know how I can keep the show.
Good
I was
reviews,
nervous
Egg.
you were gonna
A good
guess.
one.
The egg in the hole fucking killed. Egg in the hole put me over the edge.
I was kind of laughing at how much Max was laughing at the egg in the hole thing. It was like,
Gosh, I keep thinking yours are funny and then not voting for them. I apologize. You keep getting not voted for.
I have to stop losing. I can't keep losing. Erewhon, I have to go to Erewhon?
I
That's
love
such
that
a
punishment.
Fucked up punishment to make me be an influencer in LA? What the fuck is wrong with all of you?
Look,
I
That's
think you're gonna find your
insane.
niche.
Rob, you don't
No,
You have to get the smoothie. I want to hear how good it is.
I'm not gonna get anything. I'm not
Okay,
gonna get
no, I've
anything
actually
from
heard
Erewhon.
it's really good. I
Heard
get a
the
lot of
smoothie's
TikToks.
actually kind of worth it. I've heard the smoothie's kind of worth it.
I
I feel
am
like
gonna
Max
be-
and I have similar TikToks, and I don't know how I feel about that. Like, I feel like
I'm gonna
Okay,
be
this is
in and
not
out of there so fast.
Well, you gotta-
Then
you
it
got-
won't seem authentic, and you'll have to go back again next week. When you
I'm gonna
lose.
do it. I'm gonna do a good job so I don't have to do it. I'm not gonna
Okay.
do it again. How have I
I-
lost 3 times?
Yeah, that's bad. You got to pander to me more, dude.
I'm so sweaty right now because I'm so angry.
I know this week and the last couple weeks we've kind of like played things up a little bit for the punishments. This one though, like, has like is authentic.
No, I
Like,
agree. Because here's the thing, Annie was magic. It wasn't authentic.
but
Thanks
no,
for
I think
stipulating that, Jeffrey. Thanks for making sure that for this one we
No, 'cause
really
Jeff-
put
no,
the clamps on.
I was actually gonna bring this up. You guys, you guys talk to me a
You
lot about.
fucking weasel! I'm gonna come through your fucking window. I swear to God, you dandelion looking motherfucker. I'm gonna put you in the trunk. I'm gonna take you out to a cornfield. I'm gonna put a clown mask on. I'm gonna duct tape you. I'm gonna put you on the ground. I'm gonna beat you with a wiffle bat. I am going to do horrible things to you, and I'm gonna leave you for the cows.
You know what's so fun is that if he ever really loses it and actually does that, this is recording, and that's just like open and shut. We can play that during court and be like, Your Honor, it is quite literally exactly
Okay.
what he did.
I hate it here.
You like it.
Yeah, no, it's not going to be a problem when I'm supposed to be Rocky running around the lake. But as soon as I'm out from under the pile, teacher, do we have any homework? Shouldn't we punish Josh some fucking more? You are such a fucking snake. I'm gonna fucking find you, motherfucker. Next time I come to Minnesota, I'm gonna come up on you when you're not inspecting.
I miss you so much.